Alright, good evening watchers, welcome to the Flawed review tonight, and tonight we're watching a film called The Wiz. Been watching this tonight. This stars Michael Jackson and Diana Ross and Richard Pryor. It's read about Ease Down the Yellow Brick Road with The Wiz, starring superstars Michael Jackson and Diana Ross. Relive all the magic of this beloved musical when Dorothy is whisked away to the enchanting Wizard of Oz, where she encounters the Scarecrow, the Tin Man and the Lion. The Wiz features spectacular musical numbers from legendary producer Quincy Jones and all-star cast included Rich Pryor, Lena Horne, Nipsey Russell and Ted Ross in an experience of the land of Oz. Unlike anything you've seen before. Yeah, this film has actually Quincy Jones in one part where he's playing the piano. So in this film, right, Diana Ross plays like Dorothy. And like I said, she gets whisked off to the Wizard of Oz, of course, into Oz. Of course, Oz looks like New York, some of it does. And I liked it. I liked the way they did that. It was like Oz, like New York Oz. So they're in like, she's like, because you see like buildings and stuff like in the movie, like in the film, like even see the Twin Towers. And this is pretty, I said again, this is quite a cool, this film is. And the first character she meets, she meets the Scarecrow first, then she meets the Tin Man, then she meets the Scared Lion. He's scared all the time. Each character does actually. One wants the Scarecrow wants a brain, the Tin Man wants a heart, and the Lion wants courage. And she meets. So when she ends up at Oz, right? Actually, the funny thing is, it's not in Kansas this time; it's in New York. So she lives in New York, and she gets whisked off into Oz. Some of the music's pretty good in this film. Some of it is. Some of it's kind of forgettable. But some of it's pretty good. Some of the music, it's not like as good as. Is it better than the original Wizard of Oz? No. When she meets all these characters, like makes friends with the Lion and what. Michael Jackson's Scarecrow, they do come across danger along the way. I like the way they did this. I like the New York setting. It's like New York or Oz. I did like that. So there's like a lot of musical numbers in this film. A lot. It's almost like a scene, and it's like a musical number afterwards. It's like every time. The film's like 2 hours, 14 minutes. I was going to watch it last week, then I thought, I didn't really fancy watching it last week. So I thought I'd watch it tonight because I had more time to watch it. I liked it. I enjoyed it though. It's not as good as the original Wizard of Oz film, but it's not bad though. It's not a bad film. It's got some decent music to it. I love seeing Michael Jackson dancing and stuff. He's great. And like I said, they come across danger in this film. They come across the evil, the wicked witch in this film. Actually, when you do see the wicked witch, right, she looks like a cheap Christmas decoration. She's got all this stuff on her. She looks like a Christmas decoration. I'm sitting there going, Jesus Christ. She looks nothing like the witch from the normal Wizard of Oz, like green and stuff. She's right at the end of the film, because they've got to make it to meet the wizard, to give the Lion the Lion courage, the Tin Man a heart, and Scarecrow a brain. Of course, when they do end up at the Emerald City, and you see the wizard, but of course they have to do a certain thing to actually have their wishes fulfilled. We'll have to see the wizard, but this film has nothing like that. The only problem with this film, it doesn't really have memorable music numbers in this compared to the original Wizard of Oz. And when she ends up at Oz, you do meet the Munchkins, but they're not like small people. They come out these like walls. They come out the wall, and they start dancing and singing and stuff. Of course, they're not like small people. They're like, the normal sized people. And it's weird. It's a strange way they're done. They're called like Munchkins, but they're not. But I didn't mind that. Michael Jackson's great, and this is fun. When you first meet Michael Jackson, the Scarecrow is like hung up on this stick, and you got these like crows riding. You know, you see these crows riding. They're like these people, these like beaks and stuff, which is cool. And then later on in the film, you meet the Tin Man. It's like a roller coaster. You meet him there, and then later on you meet the lion, of course. And it just, you know, I'm sitting there. This is very similar to the 1938 film. Was it 39? Was it 38, 39, 38, whatever? But yeah, really enjoyed it though. Really enjoyed it. It's a long film though. Some of the music numbers do kind of drag on a little bit. So yeah. Because when they end up at you see that this musical number start, that people singing and stuff, it's about red and green and gold and stuff, and okay, so that kind of, you know, the only thing about this film, some of the music numbers do kind of drag on a little bit, but yeah, I did like certain parts. I did like the film, but I did like the film though. I liked it. It's really good, some really good dancing in it too, really good dancing and stuff like that. And it's got a certain, you know, charm about this film. But yeah, you see other characters like the flying monkeys, but they don't look like monkeys exactly. They're like these things on these bikes, and they're like, and they got big lips and stuff. It's weird. They got glasses. It's weird. But yeah, so it's got some cool effects in this film. Though. It's got cool practical effects, like I said, and I do like it. I did like some of the musical numbers in this film. Some of it was good. Some of it was like, you know, decent. Some of it was pretty good. You know, dancing was good in it. But yeah, you see these taxis, right, and they keep driving off all the time in the film. It's like, what the hell's going off? He's like, yeah, taxis, it's funny. So yeah, I liked it though. Okay, let's just get to the part where, actually let's get to the last part where when they end up at captured by the Wicked Witch. At the part where the Scarecrow's like laying down on this thing, like it gets cut in half, right. The Tin Man gets like squashed by like iron thing, and the lion gets hung up. And it's really good. The music's still pretty good. When she ends up back home, of course, clicking the hill 3 times, just like the freaking thing. Actually, another thing I noticed about this film, the glass slippers, the shoes aren't freaking aren't red. They're like grey. But yeah, okay, what I didn't like about it, some of the musical numbers were quite forgettable. Some of it dragged on a bit, the music in it. What else? That's it really, some of the musical numbers I didn't really, some of the music was just like, okay, but some of it was good. Okay, what I liked about it, I like Michael Jackson is fantastic in it. Diana Ross makes a great freaking Dorothy. She's actually a really good actress in this, Diana Ross. I wouldn't have known she was an actress until I watched this. But she's really good in this. She makes a good Dorothy. Some really good practical effects in this. Some good effects. Good locations and stuff. And some decent music too from Michael Jackson and stuff. And the rest of the cast. Some of it's really good. So the rating I'm going to give this film is a 3.5 out of 5. I liked it though. It's not like as good as the original Wizard of Oz. It's a classic. But it's really watchable. It's really fun. There's a lot of scenes I liked in this film. Really liked actually. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5 for the Wiz. So anyway, people, that's a quick review of the Wiz. I enjoyed it. Like I said, if you want to check it out, It's got Michael Jackson, I want Diana Ross, and Richard Pryor. And it's a fun movie. It's a light-hearted film. It's got some decent performances too from the cast, including Michael Jackson, I'd say, yeah. So yeah, anyway, if people want to go for that, remember to watch my channel, and remember to follow the Yellow Brick Road, and have a nice day, have a nice evening, and take care, and have a nice week, and keep healthy out. See you later.